So my first experience with God is when I was a kid and I went to go ride my bike because things were going on at home and I just wanted to get away. So I was riding my bike as fast as I could and I went to this spot kind of on the water and the waves were hitting and the sun was setting, but it was really something that was going on within me, even though I had a really awesome exterior view. uh, the view kind of sparked something within me and the situation I had been going through. And I started to realize that something had to create this because it's too beautiful to be happening by accident. And that's when I started to really connect with God. And kind of like, this is what I believe is that He kind of like gripped me on my, shoulder and like, you know, embraced me and just like was there for me from like a negative experience when I was riding my bike trying to get away. He basically touched me and turned my experience positive and showed me this wonderful sunset with the waves hitting to get me to believe in creation, that someone had to create this because it's so amazing. And once he embraced me, I felt everything. I felt like an overwhelming warmthness. I felt so good inside, more good than I've ever felt from anybody or anything. Like deep love, deep love that I never felt. And I felt it. And it never went away. But I will say I have lost God throughout my life. Through different periods, I just got misguided. And I always go back to that moment and remember. And that's how I always, know that it's true. you know, Anytime I get misguided in life, I go back to that moment and it kind of puts me back on the path of like, okay, maybe I had a bad day, maybe this happened, but in the scheme of things, I already know what's real, even though it's so twisted that the world will make it seem unreal and make it seem like they'll make it seem like a million different things, but I'm not even going to speak on that. I'm just going to speak on my truth that, you know, God had touched me and showed me the love and just happiness, warmth. And that's what I'm searching for. Not that I don't already have it, but you get what I mean. That's what I'm after in life. I'm not after any negativity or anger, none of that stuff. And people that are experiencing that, I really want to help them. I want to take them out of that. I want to say something to them that might spark something within them, you know. But people that ha- have that kind of stuff and they're really like stuck in their ways, they might be older. I kind of try to stay away from those kind of people because, you know, it can kind of, someone who has a lot of dark energy, someone who has a lot of darkness can kind of, you know, mess up my lightness, my light. So I'm really here to help people. Some people might not be able to be helped. You can only spend so much time with people and then move on. Some people need the time. Some people will fight you on it. So I really want to talk to people that really are open to it. They embrace it. Just like I embraced it that day because, you know, maybe God had been trying to talk to me for a long time, but it was just that day that finally I was open to it because I saw the sunset and I was escaping things, and I finally was open to him touching me, showing me and embracing me, and I let him in, and I've never looked back. I've just ever since then I've just became a different person. I have been misguided though, here and there, different times in my life. I always get back on the right track. Even if I lose people, even if people end up, moving on, I always got my select group of people. They never leave me, But then there's a lot of people that were in my life when I did get misguided, and they abandon me, they move on, and that's okay. That's a learning lesson, you know. But being back on the path, you know, not letting nothing misguide me. And I know people be in your life, some temporary, some forever, and you don't get to choose any of the people in your life. People are just either want to be a part of your life or they don't. But I do believe God sends people into your life in one way or another. He'll send people into your life. Maybe he'll just send them into your life for a day, for an hour, for a year, forever. You can't question him. You cannot question God because he is all knowing, and he's like the behind the scenes type of dude. When he touched me and when he spoke to me, I didn't see his face. I didn't see a person. I just saw the sunset and the waves. It was more of a feeling. I felt his presence. He saw me, but I didn't see him. Like I said, he's a behind the scenes kind of dude.